So here we are, start-finish straight at Albert Park. And this is essentially, I guess for folks that have never been here, it's like holding a Grand Prix in Central Park in New York City, I'd imagine. How do you turn this from a city park into a racing circuit?
Almost 300,000 man-hours, probably 3,300 barriers, 3,300 debris fences, and near on 10,000 truckloads of equipment, bringing in all this infrastructure to change what is essentially a public park into a Formula One racetrack.
So we're here, start of March. When does work actually begin?
We start the construction of the circuit probably about the end of January. So we're working for about 6 weeks to build it. It's about 38 working days to build it and just over 20 working days to take it all down.
Wow. And so how much disruption does that cause to Melbourne itself?
The road closures around the park we keep to a minimum, so there's probably only about 10 solid days of road closures coming into the park. Around the rest of the park we work with the public, so my guys could be building the 6,000 seater grandstand just behind us over here, and Mrs. Jones, who lives in Albert Park, can be walking her dog past.
Safety considerations change all the time in Formula One, the amount of runoff we need, fencing, all that kind of thing. Is there much scope to change the layout of the circuit?
The actual layout of the circuit hasn't changed since its inception. We always work with the FIA and CAMs. After each event, they'll come up and say, look, for instance, this year at turn 2 drivers right, they asked us to extend the curb leading out to it, so we had to extend the ripple strip. So then we just work with them to improve our infrastructure. Obviously a bit of our infrastructure is getting a bit old, so we just need to do a bit of maintenance, but generally the track layout itself hasn't changed in 20 years.
It's always such a great event. Thank you for giving us some insight into it.
No problem.
Always such a pleasure.
Enjoy
Thank you so
your
much.
stay.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.